Hi everyone, and welcome to this special Frames of History presentation, helping to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the opening of STV Channel 8 Mildura. As I put together the recent video clip with Bruce McLean, I discovered that over the years I'd collected a number of items relating to my television journey, and so I decided to put them all together in this clip and add a few comments for you. Television commenced in Sunraysia in the mid-1960s. First with the ABC, AMV Channel 4, and then on November the 27th, 1965, STV8 officially commenced regular transmission. I found in my collection a document from the film library listing the first week's programs. I believe this had been kept by Leo Benedict, who was the film librarian responsible for assembling each night's program. The program material arrived on film via rail each day. With no videotape in those early days, everything seen on the station came from film, still photographs, or was created live. So here's the program lineup for that first night of transmission, with the official opening the first live program to be seen. Sunday night's program commenced with It Is Written, a religious program hosted by various clergy from churches around the district. On Sunday night, the popular bandstand with Brian Henderson could also be seen. National news each night came from the ABC. Local news bulletins had stories supplied by Sunraysia Daily. In the early days, the station ceased program between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. Sunraysia Daily, of course, had a news section each day, where they listed programs for both Channel 8 and Channel 4. For those of you who don't know, I commenced my career in 1972 at STV8 after having had a part-time job there as a studio cameraman and sound operator. Here's a shot of me alongside technician Bob Kovac in the main control room. By the time I started full-time, videotape had arrived on the scene. These are some shots of the telecine area of the station, and you can see the tape machine on the left-hand side of the second shot. Videotape meant that more current program could be aired, as unlike film, programs on tape could simply be copied. Local programs could be pre-recorded, and news, sport, as well as shows such as HSV7's The Penthouse Club could be seen only a week later than when they were created. Advertising displays could now be videotaped, which kept staff busy setting, lighting and creating the ads. Here's some shots as Jeff Waters, Bob Kovac and Mike Vanderwall create an ad. A couple of my most favourite photographs from back then are of the Paddle Wheelers host Sue McGurgan and puppeteer Ross Hill taping a regular segment for the Paddle Wheelers called Gus the Duck. Ross, of course, went on to work in the United States alongside Jim Henson and Sesame Street. That's me behind the camera, and I love the fact that you can see my close-up of Sue and Gus on the TV monitor beside me. Here's another studio shot taken from the pilot of a music show produced by a very young John Fleming called Rock. You may have seen a couple of video clips on YouTube of local band Hush, which were taken from that show. I shot news film most days back in 1972-73, but I also took still photographs for advertising. These were mounted on cards to be displayed via a caption scanner. Here's a shot I took in the front yard of the old Shillerdays house for Stewart and Harrison. Here's another of my shots which you saw earlier. You'd see a shot such as this, or the clock with Fishes written on it, just prior to each program. Now here's some videotape footage from around the mid-70s. Station manager at the time, David Kane, alongside technician Bob Kovac, are showing a group of students through the building. you'll see a very early portable video machine as well being demonstrated. This is a few years before VHS machines arrived on the scene. I make an appearance in this footage as we install the Christmas decorations on top of the tower. A couple of candles and a Christmas tree made it to the top to be seen from far and wide. Station personalities Sue McGurgan and Paddle Wheeler's character Claude the Cat were always popular wherever they went. Here they are at a local school. Several staff members got to don the suit, and most of it still survives today in Bob Kovac's safe hands. Finally, here's a short piece of footage taken at a client gathering in the main studio. Some familiar faces spotted here are Viv Elliott, Ken Wright and Lloyd Beasy. You'll also see David Kane, Bruce McLean and staff member Judy Tilley. I have wonderful memories of my time at STV8. I consider myself so fortunate to have been given the chance to start a career that set me up for a lifetime of fulfilling work and the opportunity to use the skills I've learned to now revive media from the past.